Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. We're back in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and today's entry is Giant, and the book has a plethora of giants, from hill giants, stone giants, frost giants, the whole deal. And that's all well and good, and we can make any of those out of any cheap toy, and we probably should. But I want to show you guys something. This is the Dungeon Swag Giant, spray painted in black, and I really want to paint this guy. I've painted one before, but I really rushed through it. And when I say rush, like I don't mean like a 30-minute paint job. Like I got it in the mail, I assembled it, and I had it painted in 10 minutes so I could use it that night in a game. Asco sent it to me. He sent everybody for Christmas last year. All subscribers accidentally got this in the mail. Yeah, so it's just phenomenal. But scale-wise, it is way bigger than a D&D giant. Okay, see that? And that's kind of like Sven, our artist's style, is big and beautiful. And it's in the Tomorrow Comes Doom system. This is just how big giants are. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with some cardboard and a pretty big makeup brush. Okay, something soft and big because this is a lot of area we gotta cover. So we're going to get some white paint. And this is just apple barrel white from Wally World. Whoop. Flying miniature. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to kind of get something like that and start. And pick up some detail and see what we have to work with. Now this one I printed myself, and this is actually not out of our good resin or on our good printer, believe it or not. So if you're seeing this detail, this is on my, like I have a Saturn, what is it, Elegoo Saturn 8K in there that I print stuff on for me, not for business stuff, because Asco prints all the business stuff. So I just took one of our STLs we owned and printed it on my machine for this. So this isn't even good resin or anything, just kind of putting that in perspective. And look at this dude. We're going to get a little bit more. We're going to spread it out and get a look at how it's coming off the brush. And we're going to try to get in a little deeper and pick up some more details that we might want to hit as we're working here. We're going to make sure we're hitting some of the cross sections of skin and stuff too, to see what we can do with that. Get up under those arms some. And what we really want to lighten up, though, in the end, is going to be these highest spots up here, where the detail is going to be most prevalent because the light's shining the brightest. So, man, I kind of like him like this. He looks sick. Sven is just a phenomenal artist, guys. I mean, I cannot go on and on about how good Sven is. He is like a phenomenal artist, and everything he does is so cool. He has a big love for skulls, though. Sometimes he goes a little skull crazy on his decor. Man, I don't even know how to start now. I was so excited to paint this, now I'm like panicking. Alright, so I think the first thing we're going to do is try to hit all his skin tones. I'm going to set my cardboard off to the side as I don't feel like we're going to need that a whole bunch at the moment. I'm going to get some tape. So for his skin tone, I don't know what I want to use. think I'm going to start with this Crusader skin and just get an idea how it looks on that dark. It might look terrible. I don't even know. I've never tried to paint anything this dark with it. It might look okay. He looks a little grimdarky, but the model is too, so. And then I had like a little piece I missed of support. I'm just going to snap that out. Try to get that out of there. There we go. So I'm back at it with the Crusader skin. We got a nose and his lip. There's that little piece of support I missed. Okay. Wow, it's like 400 degrees in here. When I came in and opened the garage door, it stays pretty cool in here when the door's shut. But as soon as I get that garage door open for ventilation, which I didn't really even need for today, it heats right up. I probably could go shut it, but I don't know. Shit, excuse me. Little piece of support I missed right there. I'm going to snip that right off. There we go. All right, man, this guy's got a lot of flesh on him. What is this? Oh, that's part of the design. Okay. I can't tell half the damn time. So, you can really read into giants in 3.5, and there's a whole hierarchy of like the giant-esque, like sub-giant kind of creatures, like ogres and trolls and stuff, all the way up to like storm giants, which are like the super giants of the world or whatever, or maybe it's cloud giants is the top. But there's like a whole story about their god and their hierarchy. You can really get into that stuff. I never do. Dude, I like my giants to be semi-dumb, meat-eating people like Abiyoyo from the old folk tale. I like my giants to maybe be like scary at times. Maybe in one world they might be like scary Nephilim type, offspring of celestials, infernals, or something that made a child with something they shouldn't have, and giants came to pass. Every time I do it a little different, but I like it to be interesting and fun, and I don't like it to be too like, well, these giants are succumbing to these giants because they got authority over them. I don't like that shit, man. I'm dripping sweat. All right, let's set him down for a minute. Put that away. Rinse out the brush. Wipe some of the sweat off my face. All right. Let's see. We have a lot of wood. A lot of leather. So I think we should start with the lighter color first. So I'm going to get this hardened leather color and start knocking out some of that leather. And we're going to let the speed paint do its job. Normally I don't use it in its prescribed way. Today we're going to try to let it do its job. Every time our eyes meet, I wish I had some lunch meat, roast beef and some provolone, little bit of mater, a little bit of lettuce, and maybe a little ranch. Yeah, You know it feels like lunchtime every time when you say you're hungry. I've been hungry all day. I don't know how you do what you do, but make me a sandwich too. I'm just not as good at it. I want to spend the rest of my life eating sandwiches with you by my side. It's probably copyrighted, even though I'm changing the words. It's hot. I'm bored. Not bored. I mean, I want to listen to music when I do a big paint like this. I want to jam. I don't know what I even want to listen to. Maybe some Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. Whoa. A lot of leather on this model. A lot of everything on this model. This dude's just big and strong. Okay. I think we got all his loincloth. There's some undercloth part somewhere I saw, right under here. It's under that. So we're going to hit that a little bit too. Okay. Now we got big leather straps. We got leather straps across his back. So let's start hitting some of that stuff back in there and getting underneath here at that leather. Now don't forget, just because we're doing all this leather in one color does not mean we can't come back through and get creative and change this up some, okay? Don't feel like it's the end. You're not locked into place. And with any paint job, if you get in the middle of it and you don't find that you like it, try to finish it, then come back in later and make modifications, okay? Don't do half of it and then try to paint over it. Try to keep consistent base coating underneath what you're doing. What do I know? Don't listen to me. Do not take painting advice from me. Look at that, there's a piece of support I missed right there. I don't know why, when Ascorbic sends me stuff, I don't seem to have all these problems from like when I print. Of course, that's probably why he's the printer guy and I am not. When we first started Dungeon Swag, we didn't have a website and everything like we do now. We started on Patreon, which was like a super big mistake. But we thought it was a good platform to use to sell miniatures, and it wasn't. So anyways, I used to write like stories about my like game world and stuff on the Patreon page that you could see if you were subscribed. And I don't know if people are interested in that kind of stuff. I just kind of quit doing it because, you know, we didn't have the Patreon anymore. But if anybody's interested in like short stories and world lores and stuff they can steal from and kind of use, let me know, and I'll try to continue into that stuff in some way, on maybe on the Discord, or maybe on the website. I don't know. I have to talk to Asko about the best way to do something like that. But if anybody is interested in that, let me know. I'll go back to doing that. I didn't mind it. It was kind of funny. It was just short stuff, though. You know, it wasn't like whole books. It was just stories you could use in your worlds. Now, if you look there, we have flesh tone there that I missed completely. Get in there and get some flesh tones going. Okay. Get inside that arm a little better. Okay. So I'm going to put that hardened leather away. I'm going to get out this sand golem to do some of the other leather stuff. That's just because we're getting so much of the same color going, and I want to change it up some. So let's do his hood thing and sand golem. Oh, I got it on his damn nose. Of course I did. I think I want something kind of in the middle there of those two. All right, let's set them off to the side for a minute. We swap tapes. Let's check the time. All right. We're at about 26 minutes. I think we're going to break this one into two. Mostly because I think I'm going to pass out from dehydration if I don't stop and go get an adult beverage here. It is freaking hot. Let's get some tape. And let's figure out about, we got a lot of rope. Let's do some of that rope. This is called pallid bone. I'm going to switch to a smaller brush for this part, okay? I've been using a size 3 up to this point. But I don't feel like the size 3 is going to be a payoff on this rope. And I think it's okay if you get some of this pallid bone down in on the logs a little bit. I don't think it's going to hurt anything since we're going to come back and paint those anyways. I'm just trying not to because I don't know what that's going to do. And why take a chance of it looking bad or do, if I can make it look better. But I really don't think it will matter. I just want to commend Sven on how nice that looks. It looks very improvised and not like professionally crafted. But there's enough detail to look like some effort was put into it, though, even though it wasn't professional work. It's really good. Sven blows my mind, dude. He's so good. Alright, so now we got this treacherous portion of neck rope to do. Now see how that's all kind of blending together as one color right there? That's problematic. But in the end, if we came back in there with an off-white and hit some of that, I think we could clean that right up, okay? So I'm not going to worry about that too much. I just found an interesting spot in here where I missed some other strap. So we're going to come back with that hard leather. Clean that up. And that's all under here, right there. Okay. And then that's actually flesh tone right there next to that, so we'll grab that too. Okay. A little flesh tone we missed. Now this weird bubbly stuff that is like rocks growing on them, I think that's got to be handled in a different way, and probably not with speed paint. So that's why I haven't messed with that much. Let's get this leather down here. That I missed. All right. So it's getting really hot. So I'm just going to do this little bit of rope on his, holding his spoon thing here. That actually looks more like a skillet. And then I'm going to do these logs. And then we're going to let him sit in front of the fan, and I'm going to go take a break. And we'll come back and do a part 2. So for those logs, this is called dark wood. Love those logs. Good job, Sven. Well done, sir. All right. We're going to need a little bit more of that dark wood. Blackbird. I better not sing. I don't have rights to any of these songs. And I'm not a professional singer. I'm not a professional anything. Okay, that's not true. I am a professional something, but it has nothing to do with this channel. My wife might even argue that I'm a professional at a couple other things too, like being a pain in the ass. Or not knowing if I want to go home yet or not when we're out. Plot twist, Mrs. Doom, I always want to go home. I don't like to leave. I want to give a shout out to my homeboy, Seawolf's Den on YouTube, Craftin' Ron. He took one of those Skylander, like, airship things that you, like, see in clearance, like, aisles and old toy stores, like used toys and stuff. You know, the Skylanders, like video game little like monsters. Well, he took one of their airships and turned it into this like super sick. Well, you gotta see the video. Go check him out. Crafton Ron, Seawolf's Den. Super good. I saw it and I was like, damn, Ron. Nice job, bruh. I think that's all the logs. I think. Obviously, we have that giant log there. I guess we should consider hitting that. Switch to the bigger brush. Alright, I'm going to need a little bit more of that dark wood. Okay, I think we got it. Alright, he's going in front of the fan. Anyways, hey, I'm Doom from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, the YouTube channel. I'm one half of the Dungeons Swag team. If you like what we're doing here, if you like the stuff I'm making and painting and working on, please hit like, subscribe, share, comment, hit the notification bell icon, head to the website and maybe buy some minis or at least give them a good look. Tell your friends about those. Join our Discord. Show us the stuff you're painting, working on, crafting, terrain, miniatures, whatever. Share it with us. Become part of our family. And when I say family, I don't mean you can come live at my house. I mean, we can paint together or do some tabletop RPG stuff online together. You know, play video games. I don't mean like you can come spank my kids or kiss my wife. No. I mean, well, maybe you could if you got a lot of money. Anyways, come back for part 2 where we finish painting our Dungeon Swag giant. He is uber sick. So thanks for watching.